Billy?
I lied. Olivia's not here. I was concerned. If you knew it was just me, Peter wouldn't let you come rescue me.
Billy, why are you a cartoon?
From 1968 until 2013, Leonard Nimoy played the iconic Vulcan Spock on Star Trek. He was involved in the original pilot and all 79 episodes of the original series, all 22 episodes of the animated series, and the 6 films featuring the original cast. He also appeared on The Next Generation and is the only actor to reprise his role in the J.J. Abrams reboot. But he did so much more that people seem to forget he had a career outside of playing the Enterprise first officer. Let's look at his top 5 roles outside of the Star Trek franchise.
I'm here a day early, huh? Well, I will make good use of my time. I understand Quidamo is quite a town.
Number 5, Paris in Mission Impossible. Star Trek somewhat pigeonholed Nimoy in the realm of science fiction. Still, one of his earliest roles following the end of Trek's original series was on the CBS television series Mission Impossible. Yes, the show that would later inspire the film franchise led by Tom Cruise. Nimoy appeared as the Great Paris, a master of disguise, actor, and sometimes magician member of the Impossible Missions Force. The character was introduced in Season 4 as a replacement for Martin Landau's character, Roland Hand. Nimoy's presence was an injection of fun and flair as Paris donned flamboyant, brightly patterned shirts that starkly contrasted with the severe suits of the rest of the team. There's a bit of Paris DNA in Nimoy's performance in Invasion of the Body Snatchers as well. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 recently paid homage to the character by introducing Pom Clementief's Paris, a deadly antagonist who fights Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise. She's bold and lethal and constantly wears flashy outfits. However, the characters are related by name and aesthetics, as Paris is much more of a baddie than Nimoy's stylish spy. When Nimoy first joined the show, Mission Impossible had, up to that point, been a pretty severe series. Paris was fun, funny, and a master of disguise, constantly transforming into different identities. Nimoy is visibly having a ball of a time playing him, and the role truly showcases his strengths as a character actor.
Out with the old and brittle vessel, and in with a younger, stronger new one.
Number 4, Xanor, Kingdom Hearts franchise. Leonard Nimoy did a fair bit of voice acting throughout his career, with memorable roles including Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in The Pagemaster, Sentinel Prime in Transformers, Dark of the Moon, and Kashyyyk Nedek in Atlantis, The Lost Empire. He had a profound, resonant voice capable of soothing the audience in emotionally charged moments or threatening with an authoritative bellow. This gave him a wide range of characters to voice, but Master Xanor in the Kingdom Hearts video game franchise is arguably his most significant. The character serves as the big bad of the Dark Seeker saga, appearing directly as the main antagonist of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and rank I of the Real Organization 13 in Kingdom Hearts 3D, Dream Drop Distance, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Nimoy voiced the character until his death, after which he was replaced by a fellow genre legend, Rutger Hauer.
Climate experts believe the next ice age is on its way. According to recent evidence, it could come sooner than anyone had expected.
What scientists are telling us now is that the threat of an ice age is not as remote as they once thought. During the lifetime of our grandchildren, Arctic cold and perpetual snow could turn most of the inhabitable portions of our planet into a polar desert.
Number 3, himself as a narrator. While we're talking about Nimoy's voice, it feels shameful not to highlight his prolific and powerful narrator status. Despite what many may think, the art of narration is not for everyone, even for many prolific and talented actors. Nimoy, however, is no ordinary actor. His voice has guided audiences through IMAX documentary specials like Titanica, the premiere documentary The Harryhausen Chronicles in honor of special effects legend Ray Harryhausen, all 145 episodes of The Mystery Show in search of 91 episodes of Ancient Mysteries, and so much more. His thoughtful delivery would suck the audience into whatever the subject was at hand, expertly shifting between a sound of genuine curiosity and one of expertise. His work as a narrator is arguably his most underappreciated. and the fact that In Search of is not readily available on streaming is a true shame. When the show was revived in 2018, Zachary Quinto, who played Spock in J.J. Abrams' Star Trek movies, took over as narrator in a bit of poetic beauty, while Robert Stack and Rod Serling are the two usual go-tos when thinking of excellent narrators for genre projects. Nimoy is right up there with them.
This was all your idea. Peter died twice. You hated God. What kind of God would cause so much suffering? That's what you said.
Number 2. Dr. William Bell in Fringe. At the end of 2008, J.J. Abrams, Alex Kurtzman, and Roberto Orci unleashed Fringe onto the world, a truly fantastic and criminally underrated sci-fi series that combined elements of the procedural drama with parallel worlds, body horror, timeline chaos, and science gone awry. Not only are all of the bizarre and unexplainable mysteries of the world real, but the FBI is fully aware of it and has a special task force known as the Fringe Division to keep things in order. Fringe is this weirdo, pulp sci-fi show with occasional bursts of violence and nuggets of wisdom. It's a procedural that transformed into something weirder, and while it may not necessarily be airtight, it's still darn good sci-fi TV. In his final acting role, Nimoy appeared in 11 episodes of Fringe as Dr. William Bell, scientist and former partner of one of the series' leads, Dr. Walter Bishop, John Noble. Bell was a groundbreaking figure in Fringe science, dabbling in alternate realities, advanced technology, telepathic communication, and transportation devices. Bell also used the alias Dr. Paris, a nod to his character in the original Mission: Impossible series. Bell initially appears as an anti-hero, but as the show continues, he becomes a full-blown villain. Bell was a complicated, cruel, fantastic role for Nimoy and a perfect way to cap his acting legacy.
And there were hundreds of people, men, women, children, all gathered together, crammed inside with whatever food we happened to have in our pockets.
The number 1 role for Leonard Nimoy outside of Star Trek is Mel Mermelstein. Never Forget. Holocaust denialism is a grave subject, and as of 2024, it's estimated that there are still roughly 250,000 survivors of the Holocaust with us. Unfortunately, as more survivors pass on, it gets easier and more accessible for conspiracy theorists and straight-up anti-Semitic weirdos to pretend that the Holocaust never happened. Even worse, Holocaust denialism is not a new thing. In the 1980s, a man named Mel Mermelstein made history when the anti-Semitic hate group challenged him and called the Institute for Historical Review to prove that gas chambers were used at Auschwitz. As the sole survivor of his family's extermination, Mermelstein puts himself, his business, and his family at risk to prove in court what happened at Auschwitz and won. In 1991, Nimoy starred as Mermelstein in Never Forget, a made-for-TV movie about the case. Much of the film plays out beyond the courtroom drama often attributed to adaptations of this case, and, given the limited budget, Never Forget usually struggles with a lack of production value. But where the film falters, Nimoy more than makes up for it. Nimoy's passion for this story and the real man in question is palpable, and watching him act opposite of Dabney Coleman as Mermelstein's lawyer William John Cox, playing against type, no less, is nothing short of brilliant. Spock was a character who had expert control of his emotions. That restraint is well on display in Never Forget, especially in a scene where Holocaust deniers laugh directly in Mermelstein's face in the middle of an interview about his experiences at Auschwitz. But Never Forget also provides an outlet for Nimoy's emotions to become justifiably and understandably explosive, serving as his most outstanding performance outside of Star Trek. That was our show for today. What did you think? What was your favorite Leonard Nimoy role outside of the character of Mr. Spock? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and I would be honored if you subscribe to my channel, ring the bell to stay informed. Also check out my Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter franchise in the comments section. Until next time, this is Axel for Kevin Given saying live long and prosper, may the force be with you and keep reaching for the stars.